welcome back to BigJon TV. It's Friday today, and on BigJon TV, that's normally funky or foreign food. But you know what? Falon over at Moss Family TV threw out an all call to anyone interested in collabing on Fall Food Fridays. Every Friday in October, she's doing fall food. She's got a playlist up. Already there's a ton of awesome recipes in there. And you know what? I wanted to play along. So I had to come up with something that's both fall and funky. And you know what, guys? I think I've nailed it. This is such an awesome recipe. Totally funky. It involves pumpkin and chicken. I know, two things that you really don't think go together, but they totally are gonna be so awesome. At least in my head, very awesome. So I found a cool recipe for pumpkin cooked in reverse. So I found a cool recipe for a chicken cooked inside of a pumpkin. Yeah, very different. I'm not sure like the sweetness of a pumpkin and the savory of a chicken, how that's gonna work together, but I hope it turns out because it's such a funky idea. So come along and I'll show you how we put it together. All right, I'm gonna get started by prepping this leek. We're gonna slice it in half here. Take off a couple of the outer layers. They're a little bit dry, not so appealing. Now I'm just gonna slice it up into some nice sized chunks. This doesn't have to be super small. It's gonna cook down to next to nothing. This is gonna go in our strainer and I'm gonna give it a wash to get any of the sand out. Next step, one pumpkin. You need a pumpkin big enough to fit your chicken. I think this one will work. Oh, and small enough to fit in your oven. I did not make that hole big enough. I think if I scrape some of the edges, it'll be all right. Now you just scrape the guts out. The chickens are gonna love this. Now let's do a little test fit here. All right, it'll take a little squeezing, but our chicken's gonna fit. Sweet. Okay, we've got a pan heating up on the stove to brown this bird off, but first we're gonna get it ready to go in there. I don't have any twine to tie up the legs, so I'm gonna make a small slit here. And then we just, a little bit bigger. Small slit, and then the leg goes through the skin. There we go, and that'll hold the leg close to the body in case you don't have twine, like I don't. Same with the other side, a little bit bigger. There we go. We're gonna tuck the wings under. 1, 2. Got a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, my pan is hot. Chicken is going in. We're just going to quickly brown both sides of the chicken. You need to make sure the pan you're using now is both oven safe and large enough to fit your pumpkin. Beautiful color on that. That's looking great. We're gonna set this aside and it'll go back in our pumpkin in a few minutes. Now into our nice hot pan, we're gonna add 3 carrots chopped up, 1 bell pepper, got 4 cloves of garlic, half a medium onion, and our leek. While those are cooking away, let's get our chicken into our pumpkin. A little push down in there. Perfect. Gonna add a little bit of rosemary. Actually gonna shove that in the chicken's cavity. Gonna add a teaspoon of marjoram and a teaspoon of thyme. 2 tablespoons of butter. Our veggies have softened. They've got a little bit of color to them. Into the pumpkin they go. This smells really good. If it tastes half as good as it smells right now when it's done cooking, I'm gonna be quite happy. To this we're gonna add about half a can. This is a 14-ounce can of chicken stock. We're gonna add just about half of it. Now our pumpkin goes in the pot. Look at that, perfect fit. Gonna give it a little bit of a tinfoil hat here so that the stem doesn't burn. And into our oven it goes. It's gonna cook at 350 for about 2 hours, 2.5. We're gonna check it at the 2-hour mark and see how it's doing. All right, it's out of the oven. Let's take a look. Ooh, that smells really good. So let's see, I need to scoop out a few of the veggies so I can get to the chicken. Oh, I see the chicken in there. It's like a surprise. You don't know what you're gonna get in here. Alright, let's see if I can get this bad boy out now. Ooh. Woo, that's a mess. One of his little wings fell off. There we go. Ah ha ha ha, there he is. Ignore the mess I just made. So we'll scoop the rest of the veggies. I did read that the leftovers make a really good pumpkin soup. So it's a possibility. There's his wing, I found it. All right, we will get everybody to the table and give this a taste. All right, here we are, everybody at the table to eat some funky chicken.
I think most of us are a little bit worried, but I gotta tell you,
I don't want any.
The house smells amazing.
It smells so good.
And the presentation of this, coming out of the pumpkin,
right?
like if you were to do this at a party, like a fancy dinner party, it's like showstopper right there.
How fun would it be to get the mini pumpkins and do like a Cornish game hen in it?
Do a whole,
so everybody got their own?
Yeah.
That'd be super cool.
So the most important thing, it smells good, it looks good. Does it taste good?
All right.
I want half of it.
Okay.
You want to eat the leg?
All right. So let me Oh, that's,
the wing.
It's heavy. It was a tiny bird, but it was pretty heavy.
it really is.
And the pumpkin is really, really heavy.
Yeah. All right. Can I have the knife and the meat fork, please? Thank you. Okay, Jamie, you said you wanted a leg.
I'll take a leg too, please.
Okay.
Safety. Kids, do not play with knives.
Good call, Jameson.
Yep. It's good and tender.
Yeah.
Not quite falling apart, but it's really, really easy cutting.
Right. I was surprised I was able to get it out of the pumpkin hole, honestly.
Yeah.
I did temp and it was close to like 180.
Yeah. So totally safe temperature. There's no pinkness in the joints here.
Oh, that smells so good.
It really does. Okay, so there's 2 legs. Jess, you want some of the breast meat?
Yes,
Ah,
please.
it's hot.
Yes, it is
My leg
hot.
is hot. My leg isn't hot. It's warmish.
Trying not to make a mess on myself.
Look, that's what I made. I made it
That's
a joke.
perfect. I wouldn't have ate the skin anyways.
Every piece of that skin just came right off.
Fine by me. Ooh, it
They're all
seems
going
tender.
with forks and knives and plates and whatnot. Guess what?
You're gonna be the animal.
The animal eating the animal. I don't care. I like this.
It is good.
The herbiness in the bird.
Mm-hmm.
The
There's a little bit of an earthy flavor.
yeah, it's super hearty flavor. It's like, imagine like a really thick,
Ow,
fresh
hot.
chicken noodle soup with all the herbiness in there, and the
Right.
vegetables, and man, this is good. I mean, it's
Could
really
use a tiny bit more salt. I was worried about over salting it, but not bad.
going on outside.
Pardon our neighbors. They're doing yard work.
So hot.
Mm-hmm.
That is so good.
So this was a winner. The kids were definitely a little worried.
I
John
was. I was too, honestly. Like, I love pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin products, but I'm not like a savory pumpkin. To me is different.
I will be cooking this again.
So I definitely say impress the heck out of your friends and family. Bust out a giant chicken and a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Amazing.
This sounded a lot funkier than it was.
Yeah.
It's pretty darn tasty.
Yep. Here's that the wing.
Yeah, I lost a wing pulling it out.
I'm gonna get. You know what? I need to get a bite of the skin.
Take a little carrot.
Now that bite had some actual pumpkin residue on it. Not weird at all.
No?
No
Why don't
weird.
you do this? Will you scrape me some pumpkin out of there?
You want the shell or the bottom?
No, from the side. I think it'll have more juice. There's the spoon still in there if you want to
Oh,
use
sure
that.
enough. Wow, super soft.
It's very well cooked.
Yeah.
I like the carrots.
Did they turn out good?
Yeah.
See how the bone just fell right out of that. You can have it.
The pumpkin has more of a squash flavor. It's definitely not sweet, but it does have that like edge of sweet. Like you can tell that it was something sweeter to start with. Does that make any sense at all?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It makes you think pumpkin, so in your head,
Yeah.
you're thinking sweet pumpkin.
Exactly. Okay.
I
That
think
was- You understood what I was saying.
we've been married long enough, dear. I can translate for you.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go, guys. Another killer recipe. Good job, Jess. Well
Oh,
done.
thank you. I'll link the recipe that I based this off of. I did make some of my own changes as usual.
Gotta put a twist to it.
Yes.
And that's it. So make
That's
sure
it.
if you haven't hit the like button yet, might as well do it before you leave. And subscribe if you have not.
And enjoy the other videos in this playlist. I've checked out some of them. There's some really good looking recipes. It's a
Yep.
continual, ever-changing playlist, so you do need
I'll
to
say
come
all the
back.
last thing.
What are the last things that we say?
Like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Bye.
Who wants to eat this whole clove of garlic?
Oh yeah, there's 4 of them. I bet it's delicious.
I don't like color.
Was it good?
Help me.
No vampires here.
Nope.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I just got a whiff of that. Whew. So I scooped out the pumpkin and all the veggies, and I blended it down into a soup. It's kind of messy pouring out of here. I'll try this for lunch tomorrow. There we go. 2 meals in one. Sweet.